So how you got a bando in your bed?
I mean, you sure? I don't know if that's what he was saying.
Birdman in war and I let me doogie. Hot
It's,
girl.
it's your boy Shauna Paula here with.
It's your boy Shandy Paul.
I can't. I just can't.
All right. Yeah. No offense to anyone who was offended by that. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to
Oh,
be
we
political.
live. I'm not looking all stupid.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world, including watching basketball right now, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. And we appreciate everyone, including Shakima, who often comes for me. But I understand that it's all in love, and we will continue to thank you for your support as you continue to support us. Are we ready, guys?
We're ready.
Are we done planning our promos for the evening?
Yeah.
Y'all love to act like y'all live on CNN. All right. Go live in 3, 2, 1. We live. Ty, can you take that damn flash? What are you doing? Why are you shining a flashlight into your camera?
Don't ask me questions about what I'm doing with the stuff I pay for. Just the people start the show.
Welcome to another edition of Bro Talk Live. My name is Jay Irvin. I am the host with the most. Kick it to my main man, Dex. Special Halloween edition. But Dex, you didn't play dress up today. So what's going on?
I did not play dress up today. I actually did not realize that this is the week of Halloween because it's on Halloween's like on a Monday. Like
we're not going to celebrate it really on the show.
For me, I feel like Halloween's been canceled because you don't put Halloween on a Monday. Like we should have just changed the date. But Dexter One is here, excited to be here, and probably not going to have a Halloween costume this year.
Tyler God, are you dressing up as anything on Friday for Halloween?
No, I don't celebrate Halloween.
Or Monday, I should say. Oh, okay. Are you the type of people who put a sign outside your door?
Not me. I'm here for the candy though. Like I'm like, bring your kids in their costumes and $1.50, and I will give them candy. Like
what's
I'm
the
here
$1.50?
Every once in a while,
I'll bring the vending machine. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not just gonna be giving out candy. Like you wouldn't go to Walmart and be like, "Oh, give me this free candy." So you need to run these coins if you come to my house to get candy for Halloween.
When I was a teacher, I used to buy candy for students though, but there's too many of them, so I won't be doing that either. So I'm just gonna act like it doesn't exist.
Dex, when you get the money, do you take like only dollars and quarters, or do you take like any type of change that they give you?
Money spends. Like as long as it's green. Well, wait, coins aren't green, but like as long as it's like like money, I'll take it.
You gonna have like one of them square readers for the cards?
Next year I'll be taking cards, but for now cash only and no checks either because I don't trust y'all. So it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna have 2 buckets. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put the 1 bucket out. You gotta put your $1.50 in there, and then you can pick your candy out of the next
bucket. Bill, what's going on, bro? How you been?
I've been living, living.
Are you accepting and forwarding any monies to the Haiti victims? I see you have the Haitian flag behind you. So are you
I always have the flag of the mother country.
A go-between for their funding?
I'm actually not a go-between. I don't want to be like Wyclef and just be stealing the money of our people. However, I am I located a few churches, a few fellow like Haitian churches that are like doing missions trips and doing stuff, and I've donated to those churches. I don't like to talk about like me donating stuff. I don't like.
No, I was just saying, like, could people donate to you and then you would give it to the people in Haiti, or no?
I mean, actually, you know what? Actually, if people want to do that, I will take it. I don't want no money though, because I don't believe in I don't want no money. I'll give you the address for money, but if you want to like do waters and stuff, and you don't actually want to go to the churches, I'll do that. And I'll give you the names of the churches, or you can do that also.
Amen. All right, something we've been doing on the show for a little while, last few weeks. Yeah, I know.
It was.
I don't know why I asked. I just saw the flag, so I decided to ask. One thing we've been doing recently has been the madness thing, where we've been doing ranking, the best black whatever in TV. We did the best black sidekick, which ended up being Pam. We did the best black mom last week, which ended up being was that who actually won it? Was that Felicia Rashad? Claire Huxtable? Did Claire win?
Yeah, she won last week.
Claire won last week. This week we're doing the dads. So we're going to start you off because we have, a little bit of conundrum. We had a lot of, possibilities to add to this top 8 list as we do. But we had some people who aren't going to make the list, and we want to figure out who those people are going to be. So we're going to play a game called One Gotta Stay. A lot of people play One Gotta Go on Twitter. But we're going to play One Gotta Stay. So I'm going to give you 2 things, and you tell me which dad between these 2 categories stays. You get, 1 for each. So out of these 3, who stays? Is it the dad from Gullah Gullah Island, grandpa from the Boondocks, or is it the dad off of That So Raven?
Grandpa from Boondocks.
Grandpa from Boondocks.
No, the father from Gullah Gullah Island has to stay.
He's got to
from
go.
Boondocks doesn't even watch those damn kids.
That's why he has to stay.
That's
He's
why he has to
hilarious.
He entertains me.
That's what y'all want. Okay.
So we keeping Granddad. All right, cool.
Wait, Jason, who do you vote for?
I was going to personally vote for Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah. Well, then it makes it a tie. Never mind. Okay.
You'll go Granddad. No biggie. And secondly, we have the dad off of Sister,
Terry
Flex
Crews,
Washington for 101, and
Terry Crews.
Terry
Crews from Everyone Hates Chris.
Yeah, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
All right, Terry Crews. All right, cool. Yeah, no one like Flex. I thought Flex was a good father on 101. No,
he was a good father, but he played that Michael Jackson, and that is unforgivable. He's always
talking about this role as a father.
But Flex really wasn't that good of a father. He was really trying to get his life together while he was that girl living with him. Now, who you should have put on there is Frank Mitchell from Moesha. He should have been on there because I would have picked him over Terry Crews.
Yes.
I wouldn't have, but yeah.
So do you want to do a write-in and just
then Frank Mitchell cheat on his wife and have a baby outside of his?
I think the kid was before. Dorian was before.
I think he cheated on his wife.
No, he didn't. Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, they tried to make it seem like he was before, but he was younger than Moesha.
And they peddled him off.
Moesha wasn't Dee's daughter, though. Was she?
No, that's her stepmom.
That wasn't even marriage is like, no, but no, thank you. We don't want to write him in.
Well, there was a reason he was left off.
All right, well, there we go. So we got Terry Crews and Grandpop from the Boondocks making it to the top 8 and later on the tournament. So stay tuned for that. First up, talking about the timeline, Drake has dominated the timeline this week, and we're going to talk about something questionable that he did and discuss whether or not he was right or wrong for it. Drake's been kind of dominating Girl Talk Live a little bit. Drake and Donald Trump every other week is one of the 2. If you haven't heard, Drake and Kid Cudi got into it a few months ago. Back on September 14th, Cudi went on Twitter and decided to vent a little bit. He said, I need y'all to know I got so many haters within the industry, and these clowns know I'm about to crush their entire existence. Everyone thinks they're so great, talking top 5 and be having 30 people write songs for them. The fake ones won't be lasting too much longer. My tweets apply to who they apply. Yay, Drake, whoever. These niggas don't give a F about me. They not effing with me. He said, niggas keep you close when they see how powerful you are by yourself, when they see your greatness out of fear. I've been loyal to those who haven't been to me, and that ends now. Now I'm your threat. He said, from here, I'll let the music speak. As you are, peace and love to my supporters and true ones. Cutter out. Later that night, Drake had a concert, and he decided to respond to Kid Cudi's rant. According to people at the concert, he said, quote, I heard boys were talking down today. Shout out to my brother Kanye West. We both got sold out shows. And he also decided to do a little, rendition of the song Cut It, when he said, boy, you getting way too high. You need to cut it, like Cudi. So he tried to do that. Didn't really go over well. People thought it was corny, including me, because it didn't really fit, because it's kind of you said cut it, but you meant Cudi. So whatever. A lot of people dismissed it as a whack diss, and it was. After that, Kid Cudi, checked himself into a rehab facility on October 5th. He cited that on his Facebook post that he released that he had not been at peace. He said, quote, I haven't been since you've known me. If I didn't come here talking about to the rehab place, I would have done something to myself. I don't know what peace feels like. I don't know how to relax. Love and light to everyone who has love for me, and I'm sorry if I let anyone down. I really am sorry. I'll be back stronger, better, reborn. I feel so ashamed. I'm sorry. Apparently, none of that had anything, sentimental to do with Drake, because he released this song, Two Birds, One Stone, yesterday. And on that song, actually, he released it on Sunday. And on that song, he said this verse about Kid Cudi. You were the man on the moon, and now you just go through your phases. Life of the angry and famous. Rap like I know I'm the greatest, then give you the tropical flavors. Still never been on hiatus. You stay zanned and perked up. A lot of people didn't like that, saying that he was making fun of Kid Cudi's mental condition. And the reason that he went into rehab. They said depression isn't a phase, but thanks to adding to the terrible misconceptions of mental illness. Someone else tweeted, honestly, so devastated that Drake dissed Cudi for having mental health struggles. I feel so betrayed. More Twitter reaction. Drake taking shots at Kid Cudi about his mental illness is just childish. Drake dissing Cudi while Cudi is in rehab doesn't get much lamer than that. But there were some people on the other side who didn't have a problem with it. Taxstone said Cudi deserved them Drake bars. Niggas ain't crazy. Niggas conveniently crazy. Someone else said Cudi dissed Drake first, so he deserves whatever bars that got sent back his way. I don't care what they were about. Someone else said, I've been listening to rap too long to be offended by what Drake said about Cudi. Gucci bragged about killing Jeezy's homeboy in the song. And Charlamagne rounded it off by saying, so, Pac clowning Prodigy for having sickle cell wasn't going too far, but Drake clowning Cudi going too far. I hate hypocrites. If you think Drake went too far against Cudi and you're a Tupac fan, you are a hypocrite to the highest power, and we don't respect you. For Drake's part on the whole thing, people were going in on him on Twitter. I guess some of these people, either he follows or he knew. Someone put on Instagram, you used to have a little respect left for you after finding out you have a ghostwriter, but dissing Kid Cudi is going too far. F you, man. Drake responded, mans needs to stop mentioning my name when they get geeked. It's supposed to be all love out here. Word to my bro Pablo, talking, I guess, about Kanye West. Guys, did Drake go too far with this diss record or a line in the diss record when saying that Cudi's going through phases and he used to be the man on the moon, but now he's not? Guys, how do you feel about Drake's diss record?
You guys are so vocal. Go ahead, Will.
No, I'll wait.
Deck yours go first, then you cut us off. So we just waited for you to go.
Okay, well, let me start then. I think we need to be realistic here. I don't think the issue was that Drake came out Kid Cudi. I don't think Drake did anything wrong. I don't think he did anything detrimental, because this is what we've accepted. We are a society of select sensitivity. Mm-hmm. We weren't sensitive in 2001 when Jay-Z told Nas, he said, I came in your Bentley back seat, skidded in your Jeep, left condoms on your baby seat. We weren't saying nothing then. And
hold on, what do you do in the back of the Jeep?
Come on,
he came in the back, he came in the Bentley back seat, skidded in your Jeep, left condoms on your baby seat. And that was and that's not even the worst of what he said during I'm Super Ugly back in 2001. But you know what? Let's progress though. Let's progress. Let's go to 2000. Let's stay in 2001, because Nas decided to say something to Jay-Z. He said, when the streets is calling, heard I was asleep, that Gay-Z and Rockefeller records want beef. Rockefeller died of AIDS. That was the end of his chapter, and that's the guy y'all choose to name your company after. Put it together. I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas. And now y'all trying to take my spot, fellas. Bars. This is 2001. See, that's the problem. And let me just give you two more quick examples. In 2003, we had Ja Rule say, you claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim's a known slut. So what's Haley gonna be when she grows up? Just so you guys know, Haley is Eminem's daughter, who was probably 5 at the time that Ja Rule said that. And then one of my personal ones that I just knew was way too much was probably the most disrespectful line in rap beef ever, was when Lloyd Banks said, I don't know if I'm going blind, but Ashanti's sideburns are thicker than mine. It's just like, at some point or another, we need to pull the plug. Like we've let this go on for years and years and years. We can't be sensitive now.
I never knew about that Ashanti line. That's kind of clever.
I did. I forgot.
Oh yeah, I knew about that one. But let's just put it out there that Lloyd Banks has apologized, and 50 Cent also apologized to Ashanti. But whatever, that's not the point here. We should have been up in arms then, back when this stuff was happening. And this is way after the Tupac Prodigy stuff. This is stuff that in the last 10 years that has happened, and we didn't do and say anything about it. So
a lot of people are saying that that's not as sensitive as mental illness.
I will be damned. You talking about leaving semen inside of my child's car seat and condoms in my child's car seat? You're talking about
clean that up, though.
Can you? You're talking about AIDS. You're talking about AIDS while calling a grown man gay or whatever. Like that's insensitive. That's just as insensitive as mental health. Like you're talking about somebody's health when you're insinuating that they have AIDS, and then you're calling these people like gay. Like that's not okay. That's bad stuff. And really, I know the Ashanti thing was a joke, but like this is a man attacking a woman, and we didn't say anything about this then either. So I'm not saying Drake was wrong in this situation. I'm saying we as a society and our selective sensitivity, we're wrong.
So you're not blaming Drake. Okay. Bill, do you feel like Drake was wrong for what he said about Kid Cudi?
I agree with Dex that we have selective sensitivity, that's a really good trigger word, and we should start using that. We should make that fetch. Selective sensitivity. That should be like the new CNN trigger word. However, I would be offended if Drake wrote his own music. Like, I'm not offended because he didn't write it. We all heard Frank Ocean's album, and Andre 3000 said the exact same thing. Like, I've been whistling to the songs you all have not actually been writing, and I've been writing my own music for the past 20 years. Like, am I working too hard? Yet Drake and his entourage of writers didn't seem to have anything to say about him. So it's like you're picking somebody vulnerable. Like I don't hear you saying anything about Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick already said that he was the king of everything. Like you didn't open your mouth. You still looking for a studio to go record a diss track to. Like
so you feel like Drake is taking advantage or he's at a point in his career where I guess he has earned the right to pick his battles.
He absolutely has not earned the right to do anything but buy more raps. That's the only thing he's earned the right to do.
Really? I mean, Drake is arguably the biggest rapper out right now. And I mean, if someone comes at you, I'm not going to fight someone that I don't know I can beat if I'm Drake. Like, of course, I'm going to pick on Meek Mill. Of course, I'm going to pick on Kid Cudi because I can out-rap them, of course.
He can't out-rap them because he's not writing anything. That's what? Like, what? No, he can't out-rap UPS. Like, that's not happening. Like, he's not out-rapping Macy's for Christmas. Like, it's not happening. Like, Drake is not writing his own raps.
First of all, let me just let you know
he's performing. That's what he's
none of these rappers are out rapping them women at Macy's. When I tell you they put them gifts together, like when they get to rapping them gifts at Macy's, it's like, you're done already. Okay.
Ty, the mental health jab at Kid Cudi, was it a little too much, or is it all a part of the rap culture?
I feel like it's part of rap culture, to be honest with you, because I don't understand. I mean, I understand like we want to be sensitive to certain things, but we haven't censored rap for a very long time, and so I don't see why we're going to start now. That's just my comment. Like, if you listen to rap music, that line that he said, like if I got offended over that, like why even listen to rap music? I shouldn't even heard it.
Yeah, when I first heard it, I didn't think it was that bad, but I will say this: people who go through that type of stuff or who have issues with mental illness, I can understand why they would be offended because, Drake's chalking up to it being a phase and, just going through a certain time and being strung out on Xans and Percocets when it's something that he was actually struggling with. So I can understand people who are kind of struggling on the same level saying, hey, this isn't funny to make light of, but
Xanax and Percocets do alter your mental stability, so don't do Xanax and Percocets.
Well, people do drugs when they're in a bad place. I mean, come on.
I'm just saying that drugs don't help.
But I mean, people should be offended that people even talk about drugs and records because addicts out there. People talk about drug dealing. People talk about sex. People talk about all types of things that people are addicted to and problems that people have. So, once again.
So you just don't see a problem with it. Okay, I mean, that's fine. If everyone has a consensus opinion on this one, that's cool. But I will like to say that, it does take a little bit of responsibility when you are the biggest rapper in the world to just be a little careful of what you say.
Since when? I
wouldn't waste time being it. Like, so no.
When did that start? When did that start?
Like, I hate this. Like, there are certain topics that we all act like we're not allowed to talk about. Like, it's just like kind of annoying, and it's really hypocritical. It really is. And I'm not into it. I'm not into fake being offended because people aren't really offended. You fake heard offense. It. Yeah, like you heard it. You got on Twitter. You thought you can get some attention, and that's all this is about. At the end of the day, this is all about attention. You don't really care.
You don't.
Does Kid Cudi saying something first change your opinion on this at all? If Drake just would have came out and said this separately, I probably would feel a little bad for Cudi. But my thing is, my personal viewpoint is, Cudi came out first, said what he had to say, came at Drake, didn't really have any real basis for it. It was just really random. So Drake responded, and that's it. That's it. I really think it was more so a makeup for that whack "you need to Cudi" joke or whatever he did at that concert. I think it was more of a cover up for that because everyone was saying that shit was whack. So maybe he just decided to put it down a little bit better on paper, and he finally got to it and released it. Good for him. The song is not available on iTunes or Tidal or Spotify or anything like that. He does have a couple more records that are out.
Joke, then it don't need to be nowhere.
So you can check those out. All right, moving on to someone with a little bit bigger ego than Drake, surprisingly, Kanye West. Kanye's in the news because he's mad at Jay-Z. Last week, he went to a concert and said there would never be a Watch the Throne 2 because of Jay-Z. He said it was some Tidal/Apple BS. He said it gets him tight every time he performs the song "Niggas in Paris." Then at a show, he name checked Jay-Z again, explaining that he called him after the Kim K robbery to say, "How you feeling?" And Kanye didn't really like that. He said, "You want to know how I'm feeling? Come by the house. Bring the kids by the house like we brothers and sit down." He also went on to say that Northwest and Blue Ivy still have never had a play date or something like that, or haven't. I don't know if they've ever met, but they've never really had a chance to play together. And since the two are, rumored to be closer than brothers. Kareem Biggs Burke, who is also a co-founder of Rockefeller Records, talked about the whole Kanye West going off on Jay-Z thing. And he said, the last I saw Kanye, he spoke really highly of Jay. I'm not really sure about the relationship at this point. I spoke to Jay after Kanye's rant, and we're both just like, we miss the old Kanye. So it's not really a surprise to any of us. We know how Kanye acts. So I just wanted to go through some of the things that Kanye has gone, some of the people that Kanye has seemingly attacked over the years. And I just want to know whether or not each situation was Kanye being an a-hole or whether Kanye actually had a valid point in all this. And then we'll take a tally at the end of this and we'll figure out Kanye's true percentage of being an asshole in all this. So you guys ready?
100%.
Yep. All right, first one. Kanye against the paparazzi. Do you think Kanye's whole things against the paparazzi, his whole attacks or whatever, criticisms of paparazzi, valid or no? Him just being an asshole. What you think?
Valid.
Not valid. Not at all.
You don't think it's Ty? You think it's valid? I think it's valid too. So we'll tie. So we'll take that.
Can I just explain?
Can we get reasons why it's not valid and why it's
go
ahead.
Right?
Because they harass them like really bad. I whoop it.
Okay.
Like
now that's yours. No, Will, let me speak for us.
Put your camera on the face and like you're running behind me.
Come on.
Yeah, you're talking shit and yelling at my daughter, my kid. I'm gonna turn around and beat your ass. Sorry.
Okay, now get ready to move y'all things over when I tell y'all this. The reason that's not valid is because while Kanye West is walking out of a place, Kim Kardashian's behind him calling the paparazzi. Oh, can y'all? We're walking out right now. Can you guys be right? Anymore. Okay, not but anymore. She was when he was doing that. She was on the phone with them. Letting them know what they wearing, what time they're gonna be there, and everything.
You have no credible sources for that. I mean,
keeping up with the Kardashians is a credible source. She had a damn camera crew following them while they were doing. If they can film you, we can film you. Like he was wrong for that. Like,
look, I'm beating paparazzi's ass. I am.
Thank you, Ty. I'm with you, bro. All right, so that's gonna be a wash. Number 2, Deadmau5. If you guys don't know who Deadmau5 is, he's like a Dead Mouse or whatever you want to call him. He's a DJ, EDM DJ, and he saw Kanye on Twitter. Kanye posted a picture on Twitter, and he zoomed into the browser on there and saw that Kanye was downloading an illegal version of Serum, which is an app or a program, an application, a DJing application or a music application. That Deadmau5 is actually one of the investors or co-founders for. So he decided to tweet, "What the F, Kanye? Can't afford Serum? Dick." Kanye responded, "Deadmau5. Is a person's pronounced Deadmau5?" He also said, "Do you do birthday parties? My daughter loves the Minnie Mouse." So was Kanye wrong for responding to Deadmau5 this way? Or, was Deadmau5 wrong for even calling Kanye out in the first place?
Kanye's right again.
Kanye was wrong.
Kanye was right.
You stealing. I wish
still
like would steal something from me and then get mad when I called him out on it.
You don't get to call me out. I am still bigger than you, and if you dare try me, I'm going to clap back.
You got some nerve. Kanye West, I hate y'all. Like Kanye West is one of the same people. Like this is so frustrating. He's one of the same people that will kill you if he knew that you were downloading his music illegally because the artists need to get paid this, then the third. But you stealing this man's stuff and it's okay, man.
But like, if you had an issue with it, like it's probably some.
He could have texted him, emailed him,
hit him up, email him. Like, you know, do all types of things. You have ways to contact him, but you put
or gave him serum for free since they so close.
Exactly, like they were literally standing on the same stage right here in this picture at the title event opening.
So he couldn't buy it. He couldn't buy it. That's not an option. It could have been given to him for free.
And no one even said that he was downloading. I mean, he had the tab open on his computer, but that's
so then why wasn't his response? I wasn't actually downloading it or something like that. Like y'all, move on because I can't stand y'all. I hate this show. Give me out.
So Kanye so far 0 for 2 on being
out of this text.
And number 3, Kanye at the VMA talked about Justin Timberlake crying at the Grammys when he didn't win Album of the Year. Justin didn't like that, told Kanye basically to shut up. Kanye said he wasn't feeling the suit and tie song, and then Justin clapped back on the SNL performance. Likewise. So guys, was Kanye or Justin wrong? Kanye basically his whole speech was regarding, you know, the music industry and how terrible award shows are and how they make people cry. And Justin kind of took offense to that. So guys, do you feel like Kanye was wrong or was Justin right for
considering all of the offenses that Justin Timberlake made, like in the last 5-6 months, tweeting publicly, I'm going to go ahead and say Justin Timberlake was wrong and Kanye was right.
Kanye was wrong in this situation again.
Kanye puts on for his city. That's really what this is about. He's putting on for the culture, and people can't.
I'm gonna have to say Kanye was completely in the right.
Yes, that's right, Ty.
So far, not an asshole.
Look at that.
Majority wins. All right. When Kanye told George Bush that Black Lives Matter, remember back when Hurricane Katrina happened, Kanye said George Bush does not care about black people. This whole thing erupted into a big thing. George Bush went on later to say that was the worst time as his time of being president. Guys, was Kanye right or wrong for saying George Bush doesn't care about black people?
He was right, because if George Bush, if that was his worst time being president, then he obviously wasn't very effective, because like that, out of all the things that happened while you were president, that was no, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and say that finally Kanye was wrong, because have y'all seen the way George Bush cozied up to Michelle Obama when she came out on that stage? George Bush is clearly in love with black people, and Kanye was wrong.
Dex?
I don't know about this, because like on one hand though, I do feel like you should be vocal and speak out, but I really feel like you need to respect the office of the president, and that wasn't. So I don't know. I don't have a thought.
All right, so you're a wash. I'm agreeing with Ty. So yeah, not wrong again. So far, Kanye doesn't seem like much of an asshole. I don't know where this comes from.
Have y'all seen that video of Michelle Obama coming out on that stage and W like giving that little cuddle shoulder?
Yeah, he snuggled up to her. I would do that. It's hard not to. You feel me?
He was completely correct on this.
All right. When Kanye came at Wiz Khalifa, Wiz got mad because Kanye he was going to call The Life of Pablo originally Waves. Wiz called Kanye out on it, saying that you can't name your album after Waves because you did not have the permission of the wave god Max B, who is currently in jail. Kanye said he didn't care. And he also went on this little Twitter rant. And I'll start at number 4. 4th, you let a stripper trap you. 5th, I know you mad every time you look at your child that this girl got you for 18 years. 12th, you wouldn't have a child if it wasn't for me. 13th, you own waves. I own your child. What was wrong in this situation?
Do we have to even like?
Kanye was wrong here. Like I can't. But really.
But Wiz came after Kanye. Ways, and Wiz had nothing to do with it.
It was really none of your business. So I feel like Kanye is right here.
Thank you, Ty. Wiz Khalifa just stayed in his lane, then Kanye would have never had to open up his mouth. See, people just need to learn to stay in their lane. That's really what this boils down to. The paparazzi can't stay in their lane. George Bush wasn't staying in his lane.
Wiz Khalifa's not staying in his lane. Jackson needs to shut up and stay in his lane.
Nobody's in their lane, and Kanye is the lane. He is the lane. Like he's the lane assignment. Like he's handing out these assignments.
Like, I mean, like I understand the culture of having to go off on somebody, and so that's probably why I'm less inclined to automatically assume just because you're the one who looks crazy that you're automatically wrong.
All right. So Dex, I assume you're going to say Kanye's wrong again.
Yeah.
Okay. And last but not least, we all know the Taylor Swift drama when Taylor Swift won Video of the Year
over, she had no
over Beyonce's Single Ladies, and Kanye was upset about it, went up on the stage, grabbed the award from Taylor Swift, and thus started the supreme rivalry of our time, Taylor Swift and Kanye West. Was Kanye wrong for interrupting Taylor Swift ultimately?
Nope, absolutely not.
Somebody had to do it.
She needs to be stopped. She needs to be stopped.
Where is he at now? So y'all are stupid. Like, this who needs to be interrupted because y'all are so dumb. Like, y'all go sit here and act like that's okay. First off, she was like 12 at the time he did that. This grown gorilla gets on that stage and snatches the mic out of this girl's hand. It's like, oh, you know what? You're not supposed to win this award. She is. Sit down somewhere. Like,
look at her.
He didn't say sit down somewhere. He said, I'm going to let you finish. But
when I finish, you can finish. You can finish the speech when I like. This is not your time.
Sometimes you have to disrupt.
You got to break the rules. Sometimes.
So I think by consensus, we can all agree that Kanye hasn't really been an asshole, but yet President Obama was one to say that he is an asshole.
A jackass. That's what he called them.
A jackass. Yeah. Jackass.
And let me just move this on forward because as far as Kanye West and Jay-Z are concerned, I actually don't think Kanye West is wrong here. I think Kanye West has been wrong for years for putting up with Jay-Z and Beyonce's mess. Like, you look so stupid jumping on that stage defending Beyonce when this woman can't even decide to take a little trip to Paris to go to your wedding. I'm not finished to go to your wedding.
But
the
what
fact
you
that you have two kids now,
when you stand for Ashanti who ain't got but 2 notes and her best album didn't even go wood. What you won't do is mention Beyonce in a derogatory term.
Wrong. Beyonce was wrong for not going to Kanye West's wedding. Like, that was wrong of her. You can be her biggest fan and still say that was messed up to do to not go to his wedding.
Jason, thank you.
I don't think that was wrong because they insisted that it went on camera. They didn't want to be on camera.
Jason, we are moving.
All right. There you go. That's Kanye West's story. Non-asshole Kanye West. So shout out to Kanye. All right, time for 30 seconds fame. These are stories.
Really quickly though, I have to take back my gorilla comment. I'm getting some messages about that, and I didn't mean that in a derogatory way, but I can see how they could have come across that way, and I did not mean it that way. So.
They never do mean it that way, but always.
Oh, now we're being sensitive. Oh, it's okay in the rap world, but in the real world, okay. I got it. All right, time for 30 seconds of fame. These are stories that really aren't worth more than 30 seconds of our time, but apparently everyone else is talking about them, so we'll talk about them too. Tiny went to a Halloween party of Mariah Carey's, ended up taking a picture with Floyd Mayweather. Guys, if you remember last year, we talked about how Floyd Mayweather was about to beat T.I.'s ass in the middle of Vegas, and what was it, an In-N-Out or Fat Burger or something like that?
You said about he threw a chair at him and like.
Can we talk about what's most important here?
But yeah, she took a picture. She took a picture with Floyd. Hold on, she took a picture with Floyd. T.I. saw the picture. He said, "I'm ready to make some power moves. My high priority couldn't care less about BS. 0 Fs to be exact. Yes. That way, us or else, us or else, whatever that means." Tiny decided to respond and say, "This is the only time I'm addressing this. We have a life-changing election coming up, which is what everyone should be talking about. The group photo in question was taken at Mariah Carey's Halloween party in LA, has been blown way out of proportion. It was a harmless girls' night out. I was leaving the party and people was taking lots of group photos. I want to be clear that Mariah didn't make me take a photo with anyone. I was in her house and at her party, and I made the decision to join the group photo upon invitation." So she got an invitation, and they told her to be here for the group photo at the end, and she decided to do that. There is no beef with anyone. I love my husband. I always have, and I always will. This is in no way meant to be in a disrespectful manner towards my husband. It was a simple photo. That's the end and the beginning of this story. Sincerely, Tamika Tiny Harris. So that's what she had to say about the whole thing. T.I., I'm sorry, she also followed that up with this little meme posting, I guess, because T.I. wasn't having that. She said, people have to pretend you're a bad person so they don't feel guilty about the things they did to you. God forbid they be accountable for their BS. So I don't know if that was a shot at T.I. or not. Guys, should Tiny feel bad for taking this picture with Floyd Mayweather after Mayweather almost beat T.I.'s ass?
If she paid that much money for the VIP ticket, she absolutely needs to be in her group photo. That Can we go back to that?
That was a good one.
Because this is more important. Can we go back to that photograph?
What you think about that photograph?
Because I want to discuss who y'all think Mariah Carey is. Like, is she supposed to be Big Miss Piggy? And then Tiny is Little Miss Piggy?
Mariah Carey looks like a real version of herself. Like, I know she can't breathe in that, but she looks good. Like, she looks like she looks like her album covers.
Photoshop?
Yeah, like she looks so good there.
And Tiny's like the Android version. Tiny's like the Android version.
If you think I'm about to sit here and laugh with y'all attacking the looks of these women, you got another thing coming. Because I think
like the bobblehead version that you get at the ballpark.
I'm with Dexter.
I'm not a part of that.
We're not. Dexter and I refuse to body shame.
But I do wish, though, that when y'all get dressed for Halloween, y'all put on some real costumes. Because I don't.
You know when you get them little bobbleheads in the ballpark, it is free bobblehead day, and they be awesome.
Jason, you know when you go to Six Flags, they do little caricatures, and you got them big head.
Their head be so big.
Y'all are the type of guys that call girls nasty women. Y'all are those type of people.
No, that's the people you support.
No.
Another news, Bow Wow and Soulja Boy.
There's so much dirt in one picture.
Bow Wow and Soulja Boy released the album.
Wait, released it out already?
That's a joke. There's no way that's real.
I can't even say it with a straight face. Bow Wow and Soulja Boy.
No, he didn't.
I want y'all to stop. Enough is enough, okay? It ain't even April. Enough is enough.
Come on, Jason. You always wasting somebody's time with foolishness. Like
this ain't even time for the BS report. I want you to stop.
It's called Ignorant S. It's out right now.
I know that's right.
Available.
That's the most information I've ever seen.
When Bow Wow was asked why he decided to make it,
what happened to retirement?
He decided to make an album with Soulja Boy. He said, "quote wanted to have fun and just wild out on some S. I club host so many parties." I club host so many parties. It's all I hear. So I'm like, why not make some ignorant S? So he decided to
wait. You feel like the music that's being released now is ignorant S, and you decide to promote your CD by calling it that?
That's exactly what happened.
You know how you want to support somebody, you want to see them win, but then like they say that. Like I was really like rooting for Bow Wow because I thought like it was good that he was trying to change his image up and do different things or whatever and just grow up. But now you're walking around here with Soulja Boy making stuff like this is a joke.
I don't want to get into the idea that this is a Bow Wow and Soulja Boy album. Like, really? Like, who deaf in a studio? Who paid for that?
Was it So Def? Like, are they trying to
like what
I don't understand how this happened? Like, who is responsible for this? Because he had to be. Because they did that whole. You remember they did that little Marco Polo.
Yeah.
At the time,
but some of the reaction: Bow Wow and Soulja Boy project, the best idea of 2007. Someone else decided to stand for Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. I swear I'm not trolling. Bow Wow and Soulja Boy are important parts of hip hop history, regardless if you like them. They legends out here.
Yeah.
They
go out there and cop Bow Wow and Soulja
Boy. Soulja Boy did change music though.
It's called Ignorant S. Yeah, this, by the way, does not count towards Bow Wow's retirement album. Because you remember he said he's only making one more album, then he's retiring. So this does not count towards that.
So
why not? It counts. It counts.
Can't read, can't write,
probably can't spell.
Certainly can't count. Good day.
All right, it's time for Q&A. Let's go.
I have enough of this show after that. I don't know what questions I could be asking.
All right. Here we go. We have.
And don't let it be no ignorant shit. No.
We have 4 questions this week. We're going to choose 2 of those. 2 of these, I should say. The first one, the person is a boss, the place is work, and the thing is free money. The second one, client, a client's house, and the thing is a dog I love. The third one is a friend who lost a kid. The place was home, and the thing is a homemade gift. The fourth thing is a person. I'm sorry, the fourth person is a boyfriend. The place is Bible study, and the thing that they're dealing with is a flirt. So which 2 do you want?
I'm going to say I'll pick which one you want.
I'm good for rebuke. Let's go with this Bible study.
Bible study first?
Okay.
All right. Bible study first.
I hope it's not corny.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm getting too old for this. I'm a woman in my late 20s, and for years I've been attending a small Bible study. This group has become my community, and I've made many close friends through it. For as long as I can remember, our de facto leader.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my God. Another woman in her late 20s has endlessly flirted with one of the participants. Everyone thought they were dating, but that isn't the case. I know this because I've started seeing the guy. He says he was never interested and put up with her attentions to be kind. We've fallen in love, but Bible study flirter is now making our lives a living hell. She's turned passive aggressive, making snark. We gave this advice last week.
Can you finish?
Comments about my appearance in front of everyone and saying in a joking manner that I have a Jezebel spirit. Insistent that she have leadership meetings with my boyfriend. She's even moved the location of the Bible study several times without letting me know. We both love this group dearly and do not want to stop attending, but we have no idea how to deal with her. Don't curse her out. No,
you can curse out his Bible study. What are you talking about?
You can curse her out. You can curse her out.
You can't curse her out.
Can we unsee this? Because I don't want to give it. My advice ain't gonna be.
You can't curse her out. Look, guys, like for real, like you really can't curse her out though.
Why not?
I mean, I understand if you want to look, if you want to keep going to this Bible study, I feel like you need to tell your man that he needs to tell her to cut it out. Because otherwise it's not going to stop. She's not going to stop because you want her to stop. She's only going to stop when the guy that she secretly has a crush on tells her to stop. So that's it.
I don't necessarily believe his story to his girlfriend about it being nothing and him only putting up with it. I feel like that's not true. And I feel like Jason's probably right because he's probably enjoying this attention and leading this thing on. Like if it were that serious. But like a Bible study group is not worth a relationship. So if it's really that bad, then you do need to stop going. I'm sure William's having Bible study somewhere. Hit him up.
You know I am. At I am _Will4 on Twitter, and you can tell me what city you're in, tell me what state you're in, and I'll make sure you get to a better Bible study, daughter.
Dex, do you have any advice for the young lady?
No, I think you guys summed it up very well. I agree with you.
All right. Next,
y'all second one.
I know this probably is one that we should do, but like let's
do this homemade gift.
Dex, which one are you gonna say?
That one, but like I just feel like when it says like if somebody lost a kid, like it makes me feel bad, and I don't want to like cry or anything. But like something about the homemade gifts makes me feel like this might be like they might need our advice.
All right.
Okay. All right, here we go. A good friend recently had her twin girls very prematurely, and sadly, one of them died. See, my question is about.
You just want to stop in the middle? You just don't want to do it no more? Like
no, I'm not qualified for this kind of advice.
Well,
Gift etiquette in this situation. I handmade some matching hats for the babies. Do I give them both to her? I think I should because I made them just for her babies. And I want her to have them. But my husband thinks it only calls attention to the loss of the one and is cruel to give a gift for a dead baby. What is the etiquette in this impossibly sad situation?
Jesus.
I think that you should go ahead and just, I mean, if it were me, I would just give the one gift. I wouldn't give them both. I would not give the gift of the dead baby. I feel like even though you custom made them for one baby, that baby is no longer with us. So I don't know. Maybe you can hold off on that as a memory. I don't know. I mean, are you close friends? Can't you just ask it? I don't know. Like, I don't have the answers to that.
Does anyone else have the answers to that? Or?
Like, what? I'm just trying to figure out, like, what sense does that make to you? Like, when you made those, no, seriously, when you made those two babies or whatever for the kids, and she said, I don't have one. That's like if I go to a store and I had 2 feet and I lost one, I'm not gonna buy a shoe for both the feet. Like, that's just stupid.
You only gonna go buy a right shoe?
Yeah,
so
like
you want somebody with one leg a pair of shoes, you only give them the one shoe?
The one shoe. Like, why are you giving someone something that they can't use that won't, like...
So you just give them the one shoe? Like, here, happy birthday.
Yeah, like, that's what you would do. Like that shouldn't, that really, to me, like, I feel like she's insensitive. Like, that shouldn't even be a question.
I mean, I feel like it's a valid question. I mean, you made 2 homemade things. I mean, if you give them one, it's kind of like you're still drawing attention to it. Either way, you're drawing attention.
You're drawing
to it. It's really
attention to what? Like, at the end of the day, like, they understand that they lost a child. They know that. But giving them a second baby to do what with? Like, I don't get it. Like, what am I doing with this?
I mean, maybe just use it as a spare or something. I don't know.
A spare?
A spare for...
Hey, honestly, what is it again? Let me look at what the actual gift is.
Some hats. It's a hat. It's a spare hat.
Like, is there a name on it or something? Like, why? How is it?
I didn't see it. I didn't say anything about a name on it.
Like, so why?
If there was a name on it, she's like, just throw it in the garbage.
I feel like you should just give them both to her and just say, hey, one.
Do not give her both those hats.
It depends on what the hats look like. Like, if you had like a name on it or said boy, girl, if it's just 2 hats, then you can give her 2 hats.
Yeah, just give her 2 hats. Just say,
like, everyone has 2 hats.
I mean, they're going to know you made 2 for the other one. They're going to know that.
Do not give that girl 2 hats.
I think you should give him 2 hats.
First off, and why would you ask us anyway if your husband told you not to do it? Like, he already told you, like, don't do it. Like, what's that a question?
True, your husband.
Think her husband dumb. She think we smarter than her husband.
Well, your husband didn't tell you not to do it, so why you should probably listen to him. That makes sense, Dex. Not that you're allowed to go off on our viewers and our people who ask questions.
That just didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Okay.
You got really sensitive up until just now.
All right, that was Q&A. For more,
please send us your questions. I promise not to let Dexter answer them any longer. And
and we'll move on. All right, time for the madness that we were talking about earlier. It's not March Madness, it's October Madness, and this time we're celebrating Black TV dads. Because
emphasis on
Black.
Oh,
y'all are ridiculous.
That's how the white people say it. That black guy.
See, that's where you lost me. You do too much. You don't know when to stop.
All right, so number 1 seed in this whole tournament is James Evans from Good Times. Number 2, Philip Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Number 3, Carl Winslow from Family Matters. Number 4, Michael Kyle, My Wife and Kids. Number 5, Dre Johnson, Senior from Blackish. Number 6, Lucius Lyon from Empire. Number 7 and 8 were chosen earlier.
Lion.
Number 7 and 8 were chosen earlier, which was Grandpa from the Boondocks. And who was the last one? Oh, Everyone Hates Chris, Terry Crews.
You could have substituted. You could have substituted Gullah Gullah Island for Lucius Lyon if you don't get him up out of here.
But I mean, he's one. He's like a current one though, so we do kind of have to have a current person
out here like pushing this coke, killing off his kids.
Do it for his family. It's for his family.
Right.
That's what the Empire. It's for the Empire, though.
I'll tell you what, though, when it comes down to picking him, though, I'm definitely picking him over Carl Winslow. That I'll tell you. So,
why over Carl Winslow?
James Avery versus Grandpop from Boondocks. I think James Avery did a lot for his kids. I mean, they was poor, they was broke. He was the only one working in the house.
I don't tolerate poverty. I'm going with Granddad.
Oh my God. Jesus, really?
James had the nerve to like die when his kids needed him.
And he's dead.
The nerve to die
when they needed him most.
He got himself fired from the show and then had to kill off the character.
He was selfish.
Like, you definitely don't win. You lose.
You died poor with nothing, and the situation got even worse.
Yeah, like
because now we got to bury you. So now we frying fish in the kitchen to put you under.
God, I can't believe you guys.
You got
really? So all of you guys are choosing Grandpa over James Avery.
Absolutely.
Bill?
He's shocked.
Yes, because Grandpa spares not the rod, and he don't spoil no kids. You don't have to spoil children. He pulls the belt on out. Come on, Grandpa.
Good Lord. Okay. Damn. Michael Kyle versus Dre Johnson.
Absolutely, Michael Kyle.
Absolutely. Michael Kyle might be the best dad of all of these. Philip Banks versus Terry Crews. What's the name on the show? Is it Julian or something like that?
Julius,
that's what it was. Yeah.
Terry Crews.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Terry Crews.
No,
wait.
Let's keep in mind.
I'm going with
Uncle Phil took in Will, who wasn't his only, who wasn't even his son.
Reluctantly and treated him. He reluctantly took him in and acted like he didn't want him there.
Is that how you repay somebody to take you out the jungle and they treat you and put you in Bel Air?
Treat you like crap. They treat you like crap. They don't let you get. They don't let your friends come over.
I take you out of your raggedy, poor circumstance, and I put you into a private school, and you have cardigans and handmade sweaters. I'm judging my good judgment, and I am living in Bel Air with a butler, and this is the thanks I get. You great.
You think because he had a little bit of money that did something like he legit raised some of the worst children on television. Like the kids on Fresh Prince are bad. Like those kids are so bad. And like he couldn't even keep the skin color visible. He was sleeping with his wife, and then one day she woke up a different color and he kept sleeping with her like it was no big deal. Like that is a problem. And we keeping him around? Like, no. Remember when he let Will kill Sherman Hemsley before Sherman died in real life?
He was a Black Panther. We are definitely going with him.
Then the man named his child after the Boys to Men characters. I'm done. Like, he can't be picked. I'm sorry, we can't do him.
Little Nicky didn't look nothing like Uncle Phil. So yeah,
now, Terry, on the other hand, helped me save $1. Terry also helped Chris deal with racism. Did Uncle Phil ever help those kids deal with racism? No. Terry helped them deal with racism.
He put them in a gated community and exposed them to it firsthand. That's how you do it. Hands on.
Force them around.
So we got 3-1 for Uncle Phil.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! All right, and last but not least, Lucius Lyon versus Carl Winslow.
Why would we write one in? Where's Moesha's
dad? Terrible pick. Like I don't want either of them.
They were both.
Carl Winslow was a good dad. No,
I'll take Carl.
To Laura.
No, because
one of Carl's daughters disappeared from the show forever.
Eddie was in there sneaking in women. Laura was sneaking in boys being managed and fresh.
And they killed one of their daughters and hid the body because we never knew what happened to her.
Yeah, and also Laura was taking sleeping pills. Like, well, then again, wait, we're saying all this stuff, but Lucius did all this stuff himself. Like, so let his wife take. You know what? Just because we're rational people, we kind of have to go with Carl Winslow because Lucius tries to kill his kids and stuff. Like, that's not normal.
All right, so we're going with Carl.
Yeah.
We have to.
That's the only logical choice here. That's like Hillary or Trump.
Grandpa versus Michael Kyle.
Michael Kyle.
I like y'all. Y'all good. I like y'all. And Philip Banks versus Carl Winslow.
Uncle Phil. Come on, be real.
All right, so who is the best TV dad? Is it Michael Kyle or is it Philip Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
Michael Kyle.
I'm going Michael Kyle.
I like trucks and I got bucks. I'm going Michael.
I just feel like we can't. Look, I know we got to be realistic here, and I know things happen, but I just don't think I can award the best TV dad award to someone whose child had a child like before marriage and like.
But that's his decision. That like that. The father actually.
Yeah, but if you raised him right, he wouldn't have. I don't know. I just feel like
talked to him about this stuff, but he still didn't listen. That's not the father's fault.
I feel like your parenting has a lot to do with it. And
I don't think that's right.
I don't know. All right. I mean, I guess the majority wins, but I didn't put that out there. Y'all did.
so because of Junior's decisions, you're going to say that Michael Kyle's not a good father, even though he has two other children that were perfectly fine.
So Dex, based off all hold on. So Dex, based off all the decisions you done made, your dad's not a good dad. Is that what you're saying?
If you base my parents' parenting off of me, you would say that my dad would be number one on this list because I'm
talking about the mistakes you. Listen,
what mistakes? Not that I haven't made mistakes, but like I haven't made like detrimental mistakes that have gone against like what they've taught me.
Detrimental.
We disagree collectively.
Oh, you do not disagree with that? Like, absolutely not. I'm like seriously though. Like, if you look at the core values that these parents are putting inside of their kids or whatever, I would say, even though I don't think the Fresh Prince kids were that good, I think they were much better than my wife and kids' kids.
I think my wife and kids were much more realistic. The family was much more realistic. They actually.
Oh, like, now we saying who's more realistic, but we wasn't saying that when Terry Crews was running up against Uncle Phil.
Because that's unrealistic. Nobody's walking around pinching it. If you don't get
turn off the lights, you just had him on for 2 seconds. Like what? Right. Like
that's 32 cents of spilled milk. Ain't nobody go. You get.
That's debatable too, because my dad is a bit of a stickler. We'll go with yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Michael Kyle.
That's voting for this year today.
That's it. I'm not voting again.
Michael Kyle, the best TV dad, Black on Viv, the best TV mom in this series of October Madness. So thanks for playing, guys. We appreciate it. Oh yeah, Tashinaro was best sidekick as well. All right, time for Dex's BS report.
I have a couple quick BS reports for you guys today. The first one, if you guys enjoy Kim Kardashian's movie, her sex tape back in the day, Kim Kardashian Superstar. Well, Vivid Entertainment is they're actually introducing something different, which is called the Kim Kardashian Experience. And if you pay $120, you could actually simulate yourself inside of the Kim Kardashian and Ray J sex tape. That's something that were really interested in doing. Also, KFC actually has something out that's called the $20 fill-up box. So like you look at the picture of it and it's like a bunch of pieces of chicken, you get some biscuits, some coleslaw, some mashed potatoes, the whole nine. Well, one woman went and she picked up her KFC fill-up box and she paid $20 for it, but she was pissed because she only got 8 pieces of chicken. When she asked the manager, like, oh, I only got 8 pieces of chicken in my fill-up box, and it looks like the box is supposed to be filled to the rim. They're like, no, like you're only going to give the 8 pieces. This is just, a picture. So she's actually suing KFC for $20 million currently.
She's right. I mean, look, they don't need to be playing. Yeah, look, no, I feel it because you know what they be doing? They be putting like some cotton balls at the bottom of a little bucket and then fill it up with 8 wings, acting like it's overflowing. Like if you're going to put in the picture that's overflowing, when you hand it to me, it bets be overflowing.
Well, speaking of overflowing,
I mean $20 million.
Well, speaking of overflowing, there was a class in Texas that was in session, and the professor said, like, when you guys come in, brace yourself. This is going to be a very interesting conversation. It was a social justice class, and they initially started off talking about Black Lives Matter. So then during the discussion, the professor actually said, all people originate from Africa. This has set off so many of the students. They actually boycotted the class, got up, walked away, and they deemed to never go back to this teacher's class. And the final story, there's a new cooking class in London that might be a little bit hard to swallow for a lot of people. So what's happening is they're actually encouraging people to come into the class with some semen. And what they're doing, they're actually cooking. Right. Yeah, they're actually cooking with semen, like human semen. And the company president actually released a statement, and they said it. This is going to be hard for a lot of people to swallow, but the idea of cooking with semen isn't far-fetched as one might think.
Oh, it's going to be hard for what?
Hard for them to swallow, because they get to think about it. So the company's called Wonder Rush, and they're all about giving people unique cooking classes and experiences, and this will be one of them. And that is Dex's BS report for the week.
What they cook, is that like, are they using that for like oil? Like what? How they using this? What's happening here?
The photo, one of the photos I saw was a glazed donut. So I'm assuming that they use
enough.
Okay.
They were dipping the donut in the glaze.
Tipping and dipping. Come on. Throwing them doozies.
That was Dex's BS report. It's time for seats. Any seats, guys?
Oh, I have two really good seats today.
Right.
Can I go first?
Sure.
So my first seat is just a collective unit seat for just my lunch hour today. So I went to lunch today and I went to Chipotle, and the place that you have to go, you have to park under like a garage or whatever to get there. And it's always crowded around lunchtime. So I found me a parking spot and I go into Chipotle. I don't eat inside of there because it's lunchtime. It's always crowded. So I go in, I order my stuff. I got a burrito bowl, and I was like, oh, can I have my lettuce on the side, my sour cream on the side, and my cheese on the side? And the girl asked me why. And I was like, oh, because, I like to warm it up. And she's like, well, it's already warm. I'm like, no, like, I like my food to be extremely hot, and I don't like warm sour cream. I don't like warm lettuce, and I like to have my cheese on the top. So I just would prefer it to be separate. Then she's like, well, we only have 2 containers. I'm like, oh, okay, well, then I can go without the cheese then. So then she proceeds to put the cheese on it, which I hate when people do, but I just dealt with it or whatever, and I paid for my stuff, got out of there. I'm then in the parking lot, in the parking garage or whatever, and I was just going to eat in my car because I didn't want to go back to the office and eat. So I pull my stuff out of the bag or whatever, and then I start to like open it up, and some woman comes and knocks on my window, and she's like, are you moving out of here anytime soon? First off, don't ever touch my window if I'm sitting in the parking lot. Like, if I had a gun or something like that and I shot you or something like that wouldn't be my fault because you came with my personal stuff. Don't do that. And then second seat is for my mother. And because today she texted me and she was like, can you send me a picture of grandma? And I was like, well, I don't have any pictures of her on like my phone, but I'll look on some of our relatives' Facebook and I'll send you a picture. So I sent her a picture and she's like, okay, but can you send me a more recent one? My grandma's been dead since 2011. So how recent do you want this picture to be? So for that, you have to be seated because that was like I really looked at the phone for a minute, like what am I? Do you want a picture of the gravesite? Like what am I supposed to do? So you need to be seated for that.
Don't do your mom like that.
No, she shouldn't have done me like that. And then had the nerve not to respond. Like I'm like, how? What do you mean recent? And did not say a word for the rest of the day. Actually, she still hasn't responded, so she's probably not talking to me anymore.
Dex, you just reminded me. I was going on a non-complainant streak this week. And it's only day 2. And I'm doing pretty well. But when you said about them people at Chipotle, it reminded me of that time we went to IHOP. So I need to seat as like a communal seat. Listen, I'm gonna tell a story. I don't even go to IHOP no more. But we decided that we were going to Temple's Homecoming some years ago. And so we went out to eat at this stunty IHOP. I mean, it probably was the most stunt. There were like prostitutes in there. Like it was stunty. And I'm sure the other 2 people here remember because there's one guy, he had like these blue Timberland boots on. The whole night was just stunty. Okay.
You talking about the guy who was sitting across from us who had that male escort with him?
That's all. So
I wasn't there.
I absolutely hate IHOP.
I do too. And that's part
this
of
was after. This was like in college after like a Lupe Fiasco concert.
I'm like, this had nothing to do with me. I'm nothing about these claims.
I'm about to tell you why you reminded me. Because if I go somewhere and I ask you at a restaurant and I ask you to put things on separate plates for me, please don't ask me why. Do what I'm asking you to do. If I tell you that I want pancakes and hash browns and eggs and turkey bacon or turkey sausage and grits and put it all on separate plates because I don't want my food to touch, and then you bring me the plate and tell me I took the liberty of putting it all on one plate for you, you can take the liberty of taking that crap back to where you got it.
Hold up. So Bill, you expect people to bring 6 separate plates?
I absolutely do. If I'm paying for it and I ask you to do that, that's
party full of people. And he wants to have 6 plates across the table
because I don't like my food to touch. I do not want it to touch. Food doesn't grow together, so it should not be touching until it gets to the bottom of my stomach. And you will oblige me and do what I'm asking you to do. Otherwise, I'm not eating that junk.
I wouldn't oblige you. I would ask
you don't like you really don't like you don't like your food. I feel like I get the best flavors of my food when it touches each other. Like
no.
like you know, like cake and ice cream.
What you like when they touch like green beans and like yams and stuff like that?
I don't eat green beans.
No, God, no, because like the juices get to running and then they make your stuff soggy and then it like it get the taste like other stuff. Like
so when you get like eggs or something like that, and you get like sunny side eggs, you don't like sop it up with the bread and like.
First of all, I'm not getting
nobody eats sunny side up.
Like, no, thank you, Jason. We are not 45-year-old white women. We do not eat sunny side up eggs. Like, that's not happening.
45-year-old white women. I have a seat. So,
come on.
I have jury duty tomorrow, and I'm really pissed off because I have things to do. And I'm not a 45-year-old white woman, so I know I'm not going to be picked. So I don't know why I have to go all the way down there. Like, let me just tell me that you don't want me. You know I'm black from my name. You know I'm black from the neighborhood I live in. Well, not really, I guess. You know I'm black. So why are you like you're trying to be these? Oh, let me just send it out to everybody. It's random. Number one, I just got one not that long ago. So I just got one last year. So you know I'm black. You didn't pick me last year. You're not going to pick me again this year. At least I hope you don't. Like, just leave me alone. They know that they want white women on jurors, so just leave me alone. So my seat is to whoever's in charge of that. I don't want to be involved.
I don't have a seat. I'm all good in the hood for me. You know what happens during this show? I think I'm so busy that I actually just sweep under the rug all the bad things that actually happened to me during the week. So by the time I get to the show, it's just like, whatever, I'm good. I honestly, I have trouble thinking of seats every week. Like it's really hard for me. But
my tolerance for foolishness has gone up so high.
Let me get this straight. You said because you're busy, you don't have time to have seats. So what? So I just be out here doing nothing, complaining every week. Is this what
you have time to get mad?
I have time to get mad, and you don't have time to get mad. Oh, because I thought we had homework assignments and we were supposed to come up with a seat. Your ass don't have time to do your homework. That's the problem. You don't do your assignments, so you come here and you say, "Oh well, I nothing bad happened to me this week." No, you got to try it this week. And if you don't get tried next week, I'll be sure to try you so you can have a seat next week. Do your homework. You was too busy to be tried. Boy, if you don't get it.
For Dex, for Ty, for Bill. With that being said, this has been another edition of Bro Talk Live, and I'm going to shut my fat ass up.